Coming to the importance of what class is. What is class? Why do I need class? Well, it's just like anything, right? It's education. But what does education mean? Learning process, location to its connections, understanding who you are through the avatar system, or anything through light system like connections. This is a practical system that you have to understand. The avatar is coming into higher sequence of line connections. So this is eternity standing. I'm back now, as you know. I really do miss the beach, the water, the central position location. See that? See the plasma? See it? See it? See? Goes from here to here. You see it? See what light is? It always informs how it reflects all level position. Lacing lines, DNA structures, grid interference. So it's amazing how you can just connect anything, position, location. So other than that, there's a lot that you have to understand. We have a test review and evaluation coming up. Okay. And I'll keep giving you guys what's going on every single day. Now, the test is all based on you. Okay. It's all about you remembering who you are. And this school is simplified. It's simplified. It's just remembering. And again, I don't teach you anything. Let's make that very well clear. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a guru. Okay. I'm not in any way informed teaching you any methods of anything through connections of its avatar system. I'm here for you to wake up to your divine so you can start remembering who you are. That's what the school process is. This puts you in a better position locations. And the test review and evaluation is just evaluating you, what you've done through its involvements and how well you've progressed. But I need three things: structure, discipline, and commitment. You get those three things, you go up to higher levels of chakras. It's that simple. And again, it simplifies everything to that connections. All right. So that's going to be May 1st. Okay. You send it to my email. The reason why I say structure is because life is about structure. Life is about flow. Life is about balance. And it's for you to understand the avatar memory, but not just that, but also understand the male and the female aspects of you. Right? You have to understand all position locations, all levels. You have to understand what abundance is in all position locations. You have to understand what surrender is. Surrender to this, surrender to that. I'm surrendering. I surrender. But what are you surrendering to? You got to look at the aspects of yourself, right? And the only way to do that is to surrender inside. Forgive and forget. Move on, right? Don't worry about the small stuff. Don't worry about the big stuff. Worry about the now stuff, because that's all you're living is the now. You're not living the past. I keep saying that. You're not living the future. You're just living the now. That's the complication, because you have to understand your physical line center, your human construct location, your human design line system is in 1% as of now. Your body is changing all levels of its particles and cells. It's remodifying your positions, and your heart is running on a new plasma gel. It's a program location to its running program. That's what's happening right now. So today I thought we'd travel through the heart. So we're going to go through the cataract eye line center interference and position location of the scepter. We're going to go down the scepter shift and position line connections. Okay, we're going to go through the eye circle line interference. We're going to go through all position location into the heart. We're going to stream into the center core of the heart system. You're going to see how it's set up and how important it is to have a heart. Okay, that's what we're going to do today. 5 minutes, we'll get started. So it's going to set up the streams and position locations. So the rebellion and the GFL already stands these calculations because they've already traveled in position. So it's all about understanding when you're traveling inside your body, you start detecting a lot of things. You start, wow, I saw my heart. I can't believe it. Now I understand the importance why it is to have a heart, right? It's like when somebody says, hey, have a heart, stop worrying about this. Stop worrying about that, just focus on yourself. Feel free to love yourself more. Understand the unconditional of you, which is everything through its position. Understanding the purpose of living is understanding the heart system of communication. But remember, This is all done from inside position. Okay? So, and that's what it is. It's just self-memory. That's been forgotten. That's all. The school just provides you to get you back on course. Okay? And the space that I provide for you is time of now. So I put you into space, position, locations. Your avatars are set up. Okay? It comes into its connections and it really has to absorb the atmosphere. Like, I'm home. And you feel it. You feel home. You feel energetic. You feel wonderful. You feel loved. You feel you're connecting to your system. You're communicating with your avatar of its heart system, people. That's the separation because you can't see what's inside. So, and this is what it's all about. The higher you go, the more you see, right? The rebellion and the GFL understands these things. They're on their way to what they want through success and anything through manifestations and what they want through creation. But they know they have to go through just like everybody else. It's a process that you have to understand, right? Once you understand these things, everything high rises faster, okay? And stop worrying about everybody else. Just worry about you, okay? Don't let anything get in your way. I mean, anything. And be cautious in what you do. Be cautious in what you hear. Be cautious in what you say. Okay? And be cautious in what you watch. These are the things you got to look at. That's laws of attraction right there, just in the physical line system locations. Now, your adaptation cycles have changed, obviously. You already know that. And people are coming more into this universal awareness, right? But changing the heart inside, it changes all levels. The sun has to understand you more through identification of vibration. And the only way to do that is to get you guys into your holographic system. Okay? The hologenetic line center. Okay? The position locations, the therians. Okay? You guys start out with your generics position. You start out with your silicones, the carbon line center. You're in your crystal activation line positions. But now you're in a new crystal activation of ground system. Your indicators are higher level systems of the sun now. But the modification signal location has to be in division line center to its program location of its modem of its moon. Okay? That's the Wi-Fi. Okay? You need Wi-Fi to turn on a TV. You need Wi-Fi to turn on your computer, right? It's a modem, people. It's a modem. That's how you turn on your TV. You need it. So the sun is just coming into level position locations, 2 new gravity set line center, and a new positions to a hologram structure. Congratulations on that. But for you to get into the translucent pattern of its cells and its particles, photons, electrons, neutrons, and everything that calculates line connection position locations, one cell has to understand the 24 sequence because there's 24 computers in one cell. Now times that into how many, right? There's a lot of cells in your body, but there's more in the heart, right? And you'll find out why, okay? You understand why it's so important to protect the heart. So it's all about understanding why you have to put E-fields up every night when you're sleeping, right? Because you're protecting things, okay? So putting yourself, okay, in anything through correlation is putting yourself back in balance of anything that comes into your position locations of your thoughts, knowing exactly how to use these things. And the only way to do it is understand travel of 3, 6, and 9. So 3, 6, and 9, I really want to get into that more. We will go through the heart. I'm just going through the basic, for people that are new. You got 3-point center locations, right? The rebellion can help you out. Please leave questions and comments afterwards. 3, 6, and 9. Okay, it's very basic. 3 is the sun. Hello. Okay, that's the sun, right? 6 is always going to be the moon. Okay, now it gets complicated if you go up higher. And 9 is always you in the center. So what's the center of 9? So this is where it comes into its 8-track location. See the 8? That's the 8. That 8 line center comes in position locations to you, which is its 9. Okay? So the 8 line center is position locations to you as the avatar that's flying into space. Okay? So it just has to get scanning position locations and calculations. Right? So it has to understand you to the physical system, which is 1%. Yes. 1%. That's it. 1%. Okay? So this is all position locations of the sun and everything through 6 of its modem of its moon, and 9 is the location of you. So you got the 8 central line center of the avatar, and you got also the 9 position locations of you in the center, which is you in time frame. You split that in center location, right? Now, you have to understand the position location when it comes into fluctuation of your flux capacitor. Okay, and then you just have to truly understand how to operate it through all levels of its ground system location to its connections. All right. So that just gives you a basic example why it's so important to understand your track centers, your telepathy signals, your 8 central system locations. The avatar has one, has a signal, and you have a signal. So it's understanding the ear track locations. It's understanding the eye receptors and everything through your voice grid patterns, your fluctuation line connections, your channel dispositions. It's all calculated and modified at all levels of you, right? But it's true to understand how to use the position locations of the sun, the moon, and you in location 9, all through gravity system. Now, once you understand the gravity system, you can use the coloration line positions, right? So purple, you want to connect to the sun? Well, sun gets in communication right here, right? It opens up its crown. Whoa, look at that. Its crown's opening up. All right, goes down into the ground. Whoa, look at that. Powerful stuff. It opens up the ground center, comes back up into 9 location, which is you, goes into the avatar system location, right? Comes back down and position the ground center. All right. Opens up all track line center to the 1% position locations. There it is. There's the angel. See the angel? Calculation modifies all level system locations and calculations. Picks up the high line center, 8 position line center location. There's the 8. Centers off position location 9 trap interference line condition in position. And opens up all levels of its 8 position locations into its flower. 4-leaf clover. So this is eternity standing. They say 4-leaf clover is good luck, and it is, right? Especially, I did that with my daughter. We used to go out to the parquet, and it was pretty fantastic when we pick these things up. We always pick up 4-leaf clovers. We always wondered, who can pick up more, So it was fun, and it's amazing when you find these things, right? But it takes effortless to effort to understand position location of time to timeless. So it's true to understand how to do these things, but the only way you get to understand yourself is to understand the avatar and everything through you, through location of its angel, or anything through its archangel, or anything that's flying in direction of time. So it just shows you how powerful it is, where you have to have an 8 central system of a sun location, and you need to have 6 position locations of this moon, and 9 within you, which is your human construct, which is you in the center position location or time frame, which is now position. You're living all timelines in one sequence. Okay? So it's incredible when you get into that positions. So the avatar has an 8 central system, and so do you. Okay? You put that together, comes into a flower. So that flower represents time starts growing position. Okay? Let's change the coloration line channel. All right, so we got 8 central line position. All right, there it is, starting to grow. So when it starts to grow, it grows more and more into a whole level sequence location in position, right? And it comes into a whole level of a planetary system. And that's how a planet is created, through a flower representation of time position of 369. Platform communicational levels of its ground system, of its avatar location. So, pretty amazing when you do these things, right? Everything I do is travel, okay? So I'm just showing you how powerful that is when you come into your flower erections, everything, time, frequencies, and you put this all together. What do you have in calculations? You have your communications to all levels of your tree. Yes, your tree of life. All right. So, and that's what everybody's coming into. Coloration changes, you can change all levels. I mean, your tree can be red, it can be green, it can be anything, right? It can be anything. You're just following up from the ground position locations when you wake up through the cycles. So you're coming in a flower erection of time center, guys. Once you get full communication in the avatar and it understands its eight central line interference location to its physical line center, which is another eight line position location, so you come into flower erection of time center. Now, you take that through equation line positions, it opens up all sequences to the tree of life. All right. So I just want to show you how powerful it is when you travel. But look at that. See that? There's three of them. There's four of them. Look. See the portal? See the portal? One here, one here, one here, one here. So there's an electrical fence. You see it? See the plasma? See the plasma there? Look how powerful it is. See my finger? See how it's moving back and forth? Hello. See? See how powerful that is? See how you can travel? See the plasma? See? There's a plasma wall there, right? Isn't that incredible how you see these things? Right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 electrical fences protecting me around position location. See it? You can actually see it. So I just want to show you when you see plasma and how it's all connected to the heart system. All right. All right, let's travel. Okay, let's do this. All right, so in question, position locations. All right, let's see here. How's everybody doing? It's great to see everybody. Glad I'm back. But I will be going back out again. I'm going to go back to the beach. I got to go back. All right, Max, Jill, how's it going? Nikki, how's it going? Ellen, Alicia, how's it going? Sam, how's it going? Rainer, just going to go through everybody. Danielle, Sharon, Airbender, Trey. Let's see. It's a real tube of information. Yes, it is. Very good. But I'm just showing you nothing but a plasma wall with everything. Okay. See how it moves? See how it's moving? See? It's protecting me, right? So it's electrical fence that's around it. And it's all around this location of historical field. So you really have to pay attention to these things, especially now in your avatar system of communication. All right, let's see here. Child bouncing away. Okay. Explains a lot. I'm ready. Traveling. Great. Excellent. Lauren, how's it going? Russ, how you doing? Yeah, well, that's what you're here for, is to learn what school is all about, right? So, Terry, how you doing? Please say questions, general comments afterwards. Thank you, Airbender. Yes. Amber, how you doing? Johnny, drink your water before you travel. Now, the thing is, too, don't worry about if you have to close your eyes or open your eyes. In time, your avatar will find better communication. Do you understand what the Infinity 8 is to you? Because the avatar knows what it is. But does the human construct of the physical line center understand the infinity cycle of its position? Once you understand that, you understand the position location, how it comes into a flower, erection of time through its tree formation. Okay? Because the thing is, everything's electronic invading space. Space is calculated. I already showed you how you make planets. It's a flower erection of time center. So you put all 8 central line centers of clock line center interference location and positions of all calculation, and that's how it creates a planet sequence. It's very powerful when you put the 8 centrals into a flower erection of time. And then you put your E fields around it to protect it in the plasma wall. You have to learn how to create planets. It's very powerful when you connect to a level system through allocated positions through its avatar of its division, of its telegraphing, telewaving, teleenergy, telecommunications to its system. So, all right, let's go through the heart. This is going to be fun. Is everybody freaked out? All right, so we are going to go through all levels of pink, rose pink. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to set you guys up through a stream. That stream center is a plasma light. You're going to go through a plasma light. So you guys are going to go right down to a minuscule of a line strip. It's a metal. It's a piece of metal. It's flat. It's like a stick of gum. You know, the tin. It's the tin, right? So it's going to be very thin, and you guys are going to slide through the stream into the cataracts of the eye line interference receptor, and you're just going to go right down into the heart system. Okay. All right. So I set up the stream interference line positions. Okay. So calculation modification line conditions. All right. So we go in sequence. All right. So we go here. We go here. You start at this graph line center. Now, graph line center is a tube position line condition. Right. There's the tube right here in position. All right. Now, the heart line center is in position location of calculations. Left circle location on this side position. All right. Calculate modified position line center. The heart is a beautiful, beautiful organ. It's an odd looking thing, but you have to understand what it is, the calculation. All right. So I'm going to set the water striders. Water striders are going to stream you through the line connection positions. So it's kind of like a metal strip that's going to slide down position line interference. Now the rebellion is in formation, so is the JFLs and the GFAs, and everybody that's new is going to go into the heart central system. Okay, you're going to go see the plasma gel that's set up position location, and you're going to see how everything's set up to its hologram of its position. And you're also going to see the protection walls that are around its heart. The importance is to understand why you have a heart. Okay. And then when you come out, you'll say, whoa, I understand. Right. Just because I'm alive, I understand more. It's important to understand the communication inside more than ever now. Whoa, I can't believe what I just saw. You can't explain it because it's phenomenal, but you know it's true, right? Because it opens you up to a whole new level of communication. Okay. All right. So set the signal and inline interference locations. High level position of sun communication hologram structure line system 777 portal locations. Modified line center interference location modem. Modem communication cycle interference. GFAs communication, better communication avatar system. Calculates modification at levels of GFLs and rebellion. Set the signal line interference. Here's the metal coming in. All right. So that's you guys right there. All right. So you're going down. All right. You're sliding down in position line conditions. All right. So we're coming up to 3 valves, past, present, future location. Change the core line center interference. All right. So you got 1 here. All right. You got a 1 here. Okay. And you got a 1 here. Okay. This is the valves right there. Right. So you're going to sync in line interference. We're going to change the coloration line interference line position. You're going to see a plasma wall, graph line center interference, position location, particle light conditions. So you're going to go into the particle system. Particle system is going to take you into cell. Cell is in a cryptoline and line condition, rotation interference. It's going to open up probe location to your heart line center, position location calculations. You're going to travel position of time system. All right, so coloration is coming in. All right, going to change that position line connection. All right, here we go. All right, so you went from here to here. You guys are going to go right in here in this position location. All right here. All right, so plasma lights are coming in. I'm going to put a plasma wall line center interference, protect our heart position. All right, so it's protected, so you guys are fine. In position locations, so high line center everybody in position to location to their own heart, central position line center, get them in the hologram structure. How important it is to have a heart system. All right, you guys are in. 40 minutes, have fun. Hoo-ah. And that's how it's done. I'm going to get some water. Okay, I got my water and I got my granola. Don't leave home without it. So, how's everybody feeling? All right. Whew. Inner core existence of her being and all right, let's see here. Lots of growing grounds, normal matter, position, location. Okay, great. Got color orange and black. That was my code setting to adjust. Sambo, how you doing, Zilch? Okay. Feeling activated. I still don't get it. Still at the beach. Oh, nice. The pink infusion tube, pink and green. Good. Yeah. You still don't get it. It's because you're not concentrating on you first. So try to form your position locations, get into structure there. Okay, Erica, get into more position locations. They're going to help you out today, but you got to help yourself out tomorrow. Okay, hindline center interference line position locations. Open up the hindline center interference locations to all levels of Erica. In position line center, get into her positions of her heart. Get into direction of time system. Get into her allocate time location. Get her to see what she needs to see, the formation of her heart central in plasma lights and communication of plasma gel. There you go. All right. Now you're seeing. All right. It turned off because I need a break. Focused and learning. Yeah, learning is a beautiful thing. Staying in the heart. Yeah. Okay, where we go. Living heart. Again, where are we here? Trial and position here. Okay. Calibrating data on plasma wall. I'm in the garden with a little MVAK. Time for some connection, yeah. I feel it too, guys. I feel it too. It's love. It's amazing. It's an energetic. It just opens up all levels. Why it's so important to have a heart, right? You have to understand why. And it's the understanding of how to use it every day of your life. Why it's so important to communicate inside. I keep saying that to everybody. Feeling the heart being the center operating system of everything, internal and external. There you go. There you go, Steph. There's your answer right there. That was intense. Yes, can breathe underwater, passing the sharks. Oh, I need. Let's see, we're swimming with the whales. All right. Going to see their child in the garden. There's the ocean floor. Her heart plays crying already. See, Terry's already crying. Heart is an operation of proper function, involves expansion, flow, and oneness. There you go. And the gel, there's like Neo was when he was broke out of the Matrix. Yeah, that's pretty much it there, Max. Yeah. You guys will go through frames, you go through information, you go through structure, you go through all levels of activation systems, location of the heart system. But you have to understand that you're all living in position locations. When you're activated, you come out of a plasma wall. It's a plasma gel. It's a plasma bed. So it's like you guys are born in a tube center, and you're in the center, right? And you're in a fetus. So it's pretty amazing when you come out of that system location into a new ground center to activation to its seed pod. It's pretty incredible when you come into that position. But I'm just showing you what you can do through anything through travel. Okay? From that position. Right? So, but I think it's amazing. Once you understand more communication inside, you can really recognize more of you as space and stop worrying about everything. Because if you don't focus on what you need to focus on, you're not going to see anything in space. You're not going to see anything in time. because you're allowing yourself to defeat yourself. So put yourself back in the heart system location of its division. That's all you got to do. All right. So 3, 6, and 9 can go on so many plateaus in communication. Right. Now, when you go to higher levels, this is what you see through triangles. Okay. You don't see position locations like this in track system. You don't see triangles like this in a higher level. Okay. You see it from a low level. This is a higher level. Right. And when they disappear, you're in the simulation. So it's incredible when you understand position locations, especially coming into the epitherians and connection levels. This modifies all levels of you through triangle location, the 3, 6, and 9. So it's really great when you start here from here, and this is a higher level. Okay, from here, right? There's 3 right there, right? 1, 2, 3, right? And then at a higher level, you go in positions of fading circle locations, right? So it's electrical light, and it just fades and it just disappears, right? Fading is what you're calculated from because you're created from fade, right? So it's a sequence location that's off system. It channels off, it wipes the system locations, right? So I'm just showing you when you go to higher levels, this is what it looks like, right? Straight, vibration, energy, calculation, modify signals, higher levels of triangles, pyramids. So there's all different variations there, right? So when you go to higher level, you understand the geometry location of you through point system. There's so many point systems you can go through calculations. It gets complicated, as you know, right? So, but complication is good because it gives you something to do every day. Better structure, better flow, better calculation modification at levels of you through yin and yang, right? So understanding how to travel through anything, position locations, how you set these things up through operation system, right? It doesn't look like much, but it's all travel. See, it's all travel. That's all it is. You just have to know what you're doing, you know? And this is what you guys see in the atmosphere locations when you look at the sky, but it's not a sky. It's all computerized in position, right? Line signal, position line connections, right? Then you can change the coloration channel. You can put a green circle location in the center position point system location, right? You can change the green graph position line system locations, right? You can change in the position location the same color. Show you exactly what I just finished doing. See, it's the fading system you have to understand. That's how it comes into anything through tetrahedron location or anything calculation. How everything travels in direction of time center. Time center is everything. It modifies all signal location to positions, guys. You just have to learn how to travel through it. All right. Sets up operation signals. Go through the center position location. Right. Change the coloration line center. Right. Now you can change position locations, but you always have to have a ground. Ground needs to understand position. This is grounds of space. Right. Now it's kind of like what it does is it comes into a realm like this and it covers over, right? And it goes here and it covers over, right? It's pretty wild what it does these things through calculation, right? Sets off spin cycles in position. There's a flux capacitor right there. So light the signal up in position. Now it's activated, right? It's in sequence location, so this activates all the triangle line centers. Tetrahedron position line connections, right? But it's a great force when you understand position locations when it comes into high levels of track interference. Program location positions, right? This is a line graph screen. All right. Now that line's graph string comes down in position location to its calculation. All right. Now it's set up in signal, activate the high line interference. Right. So coming to position location comes into a clocking system position to a dimensional setting. All right. Now that opens up signal line interference. Now we can travel through these position locations, but it's all set up through its tetrahedron. Now the tetrahedron goes back in center position, calculation modification line conditions. Let's go into the green circle location, center opposite size system, laser direction location to its conditions. Right? Now that goes into the center, right? Changes coloration time, right? It's amazing how it changes this clocking system, mocking anything position locations from this to this, back into that calculations, right? Changes the triangle position locations of 3 in position of 6 in position of 9, right? There's 3, there's 6, and there's 9, right? There's 3, 6, and 9. Now, you can put a higher level triangle in position locations. Remember, the triangles are pyramids. We use that through laser direction location to its conditions. All right, so dot signals positions. There's the 3, calculation modification system. I'm just showing you how you can travel further and higher to higher positions. Travel position of time location. All right, so let's go into the blue circle line center, 3, 6, 9, so you can see actually the number sequence. There's 3, 6, 9, right? So you go into this position locations. This protects everything to the tetrahedron, all right? So you have to understand what you're doing. What's the point of drawing if you understand travel? So everything that you're doing is already set up, right? It's already done. I've already traveled through it. I'm just showing you how to travel through it from its beginning, how it's set up through 3, 6, and 9. Okay? So once you get in that position locations, you can change position location into this direction, right? High signal positions, you can travel through this position. So the triangle here can go back in position into the center of its tetrahedron, right? So it's going back and forth through communication, right? Teleports line signals interference, position location, and calculation. Sets up a graph line position, right? So it doesn't look like much, right? But it's all teleportation, people. You just have to learn how to travel through it. So it's sequencing interference, high position calculations, modify signal location positions. All right, so let's change that to a realm line center. Now, realm line center, change position locations, all levels. All right. So we're going to travel through 12 line position locations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 right there, right? Travel through that. Now, we're going to open another realm line center in position locations into another divisional line interference. All right, rotation cycle interference. All right, so that sets the signal location in position. All right, so we're going to reverse the high position location of the sun, communication levels in the moon, and retrack high line center rotations back into calculations of its avatar rearrangement system. All right, so 3 position locations. Now, instead of using triangles, you can use round circles. Now, round circles allocate position of a black hole communication system, right? It's very powerful when you connect through black holes. They're powerful, very, very powerful. It doesn't mean it's bad in any way and form. You just have to understand how to use it through formation of travel. So when you use it through formation of travel, it line graphs its position locations, changes the trend line center interference and position location calculation, sets the wind factor in position locations to all levels of its system, right? To a new compilation line center to new time frequency, right? So it's all about understanding how to travel through all of a position location and calculation, and how it centers off its high system locations to all levels of travel at some time. So it's incredible how each time I change a frame, I'm always in the future, right? But I'm in the current location when I stop. But as soon as I go again, I'm now going into more of the future, right? So you have to understand that this is in position locations, right? High level system line interference. This is 150 million years in the future of travel position locations of 3, 6, and 9. So pretty powerful when you travel, wouldn't you say? All right. Okay. Sonar and beats, large DNA strands rotating slowly above platform 2 stairs and floating above. Excellent. Fantastic. Download complete. New, glorious. There's new beats and vibrations coming into deeper position of compassion and understanding to all. Yeah. Dolphins. New aspects of HS have merged again. Oh, I feel big release in the middle bottom part. Very cool. Yeah. My mom chilled in and grabbed my hand, told me proud of my journey. Excellent. Very good, Terry. Size of being upgraded. Yep. Energy streams, data code emerging outward into the ground. In class. Yep. Phenomenal. Awaiting. Yep. Bobbing my head to the rhythm commander. Excellent. Immediately, large crystals popping up everywhere like trees. Okay, fantastic. Here comes the whales from north, south, east, and west, directing, giving sonar upgrades. Excellent. New depths, new capacities coming in. There you go. Understand what the heart is in all levels of all timelines, of all space. Flowing all pain and releasing through root into crystalline grid. Excellent. Done. See them, yeah. Great. Excellent. Just showing you all levels of how you travel through 369 platforms, guys, and how you just change frames from frame to frame to frame. I keep saying that over and over, right? But you're always in the current location, right? So this is what you get when you go through all of the system, but you have to understand, recognize the shapes in all different sizes, different vibrations, different coloration, different patterns, different sonar, different waves, different electricities, different platforms, right? So, because you have to understand the avatar is nothing but shade and shadows. We're not structure and position locations. There's no line any around location. You look at your shadow. Your shadow is just, you know, your shadow is just this. It's just shades. That's all it is. It's just shades. That's all it is. It's shades. That's all we are. We're just shades. There's your shadow. That's all it is. It has no line curves or anything. It's all shades. And once you understand position location, you can understand calculations. You can change anything through modifications. There you go. Ooh ah. See? You see how you add things to equation location? All from a shadow, right? Now, this is our location to its connections to a locus. Now, locus is a grasshopper, right? You add the feet position location. And there you go. There's the grasshopper. Ooh ah. So I'm showing you how powerful it is. You can do anything through structure. How you go through position locations all through shadow. Yeah, shadow blurry. Shadow bunny. It's a locus. So everything that I do through my finger point locations, it's already done through equation because it's already in the capacity, it's in its facility, it's already in its cloud. So everything that I do is already created, right? When I give it to you, you have to understand what it is for yourself because the avatar has to understand the calculations of what you're seeing at the position, right? So I mean, you can triangulate anything connections. It doesn't have to be a position locations. You know, when you go to higher levels, this is what it looks like. That's 3, 6, and 9, guys. But it's not a triangle, is it? So you have to truly understand how to use anything through gap interference and how to change program setting and location to its connections into anything through different color. So it processes its location to its connection, right? It's amazing how it comes in position locations to its calculation, right? It's incredible force when you understand trial position of time location, right? So this is how to allocate anything through time system. All right, high forces is high line position. Let's say we get into clocking system location. There's the clocking system, right? Yeah. Clocking system and position. All right. So let's go through the 24 sequence. You got the 24 sequence, right? It's in the center position locations. You open up all position line center. Okay. Into all level system rotation. Okay. Now this sets course into its Earth and how calculation modifies all levels of time sequence location to its connections, right? Kaleidoscope line center location to its connections. Circle rotation and inference and position location and calculation, right? See the map sequence? You see the map sequence of the 24 sequence? So where's the Earth position? Where's the Earth position? So Earth perception is right here in allocate time. Rotation cycle, rotation interference. So calculation of gravity and interference line position calculation modification to a system, right? This is your Earth and position location. All right. You have to understand how to calculate and modify all levels of you through your own Earth perception location. This is all detection through sonar. So the team's going to get into this position right after the test review and evaluations. There's the Earth. That's where the Earth is detected in position. So that's where my Earth is standing, but it's not an Earth, it's a number. So you guys are in position locations into your graph line center, right? To understand how to set up position locations and calculations. Time sequence, time code locations, and weather patterns, interference line position location calculations. So it's to understand how to use all levels U through the gravity system, how to detect where your Earth perception is in time position. So it's interesting you come to that position, right? And then you come into levels of the trifactor, okay? Into all levels of sonar, okay? So there's a lot of things you guys have to understand and how it works, all right? I just wanted to show you how powerful it is and how you can detect your Earth and where it is in position location. All right? Because that's where the Earth is standing right now in position. So, your Earth line center, not my Earth line center. So, it's becoming the grounds, it's becoming the atmosphere, it's becoming the air, it's becoming the fire, it's becoming the water. You are water, you are the air, you are the grounds, you are the atmosphere, right? But it's truly understanding where you start off when you come into levels of sonar in calculation modification signal. Rotation center position locations. There was a little glip there, right? Weather pattern interference, high position location of weather line center, right? So galaxy line interference, cross signal location and position. Okay? So it's all about understanding the genetics of you, the calculations of you, the modified signals of you, the heat signature patterns of you, the sonars of you, the waves of you, the central systems of you, the calculations of you, the modification systems of you, the simulations of you, the correlations of you, the panels of you, the activations of you, the grounds of you, the powers of you, the atmospheres of you. It's all positioned for you to understand calculations on where your Earth perception is in space division. Your Earth position is the universal line system. So it's allocated locations. This is the sun and position line conditions, right? There's the sun, right? Got a lot of stability and interference. There's the sun, right? It goes around the track center, position, location, and calculation, all right? Now, you have to understand where the moon sets in position locations. It's always in the highline center of the fluctuation. Now, it can be on so many level positions, but the clocking system, this is where it's fascinating. The clocking system is the flux capacitor. Okay? So that's why I want you guys to start off with times pi times square root. Understanding that the clock goes around, you're traveling around through the flux capacitor, around the Earth rotation. So it sequences interference in position of program setting. It repositions its location to its division, to its calculation. All right? Ooh-ah. So that's pretty well said. Don't you think? So the sun is above everything. It's not in the middle line center of the earth. Okay? It's above. All right? So think of the sun as above you, and it's just a reflection of everything through the ground system of its earth. It's setting other, right, in position locations, calculation, modification, line conditions, bring back, track, center, position, line condition, interference location, the earth line center, interference location, position. Resurface position locations. It's all levels of geometry system. But I'm just showing you how you can detect your earth is, where your perception is through calculations, all through space. So, yeah, there's a lot of glitches, eh? So, oh, thank you, Veronica. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. But I just want to show you how powerful it is. It keeps glitching because the earth keeps moving, right? So you have to understand the rotations of your earth and how fast it's going and how it's calculated and modify all levels of sonar. How you can detect your earth perception, where it is, where it's traveling to, right? Pretty well, eh? So to understand that, you have to understand the position location of space, position location of the sun, and you are the flux capacitor going around the clocking system. Hoo-ah! The rebellion didn't know that. They do that now. They know that. The flux capacitor is all levels of you going to all position location of calculations. Hoo-ah! It's you traveling to all level positions to your earth perception. There you go. Right there. Line signal in position locations. There it is. That's how it's set up to its atom rotation. All right. So now you know why it's so powerful. How to use the flux capacitor. Because it's you through travel. All through GPS. So because of the plasma tubes around you is so color matching today from my understanding. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's mind-blowing, isn't it? Yeah, my class is always mind-blowing. So just remember, wherever your earth is, it sets its signals. Okay, so the earth goes around and round and round where the sun is above. So wherever the sun goes, the moon is at. So it's in position. So it's kind of like understanding that the position location of the earth is in the center, sun's at the top, and the moon basically time jumps back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So that's where it comes in position location from this to this. So you have to understand position locations and what happens with the moon and with the sun, where it comes into 3D. That's 3D. That's it. But now it's coming in 5th, rotation of an atom location. Right? That's the difference to trend line interference. So the sun comes down and sets waves, digital framing, digital line conditions, all levels, okay, into a plasma light. Now that plasma light comes down on your earth perception on all different point locations, right? So that you see the reflection to the sun, because the sun position locations all over is its projection to its sun position, which is light. So it's pretty powerful when you see this thing through calculations. So the sun goes in point locations at different timelines. It sends its sun in different locations of country locations. Ooh-ah. See? That's how the sun resonates in all different position locations. Sometimes in some countries, you see the sun bigger. It depends where you are, but it's always a reflection from above, right? It's just streaming down into the earth. And the moon is going across signal. So it's going this way, it's going this way, going this way, going this way. So the rotation spin cycles of the sun, where you have to have the Hun-line center locations when it comes into the sunsets and the sunrise, you have to understand why it goes like this. right? Why it goes like this. Moon goes up, sun comes up. Moon goes up, sun comes up, right? So, and this is all done through rotation of your flux capacitor location to its connections. You are processing you through travel through its flux capacitor. So your job is understanding your clocking system, how to travel through it from 24, 48, 72, 144, and so on, all the way up to Mach 12, right? The faster you go, the more you see, right? Through all levels of sonar locations in positions where your Earth stands in GPS location. All right, the atmosphere changed in here just now. It smells fresh and crisp. Yes, it has. And again, a lot of glitches in that connections. But it's sure you understand that if I say the Earth in perception, it rumbles, right? It rotates. Your perception is changing different than mine. Because I'm at the very top, right? It's all about understanding, seeing everything from below. You guys are coming above, right? So that's all this is. You just have to fluctuate your line position locations and how to understand the avatar system locations of you through your perception. Okay. And it's all done through the grounds, right? So it's a lot of fun. And position locations. You guys are now in all levels of da, 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 E equals M velocity diamond. Yay! E equals M velocity diamond. That's what you guys are in right now. Congratulations on that. Better communication line connection with Avatar system. All right, so I'm going to take you guys out. Can't have you guys in hard all day. Okay, so you guys are in position line center, getting all information locations given to you, the Avatar system location and structure. All right, so back force line center interference locations takes us back to sequence interference, rewind line center location and calculation GFA. GF opposition or rebellion, put them back in calculation where they are, calculation back in the I line center, back in the interference location, the Avatar system. All right, signal line interference, position back in calculation. Here we go. Back in signal, rotation center. And position location, calculation modifications to a system. Rotation center position location. Okay, time sequence. All right, getting into all levels, back in calculation. And signal rotation center. Into all formation center location. There you go. Back up. You guys are all back now. So, just want to show you how powerful it is when you can travel through anything, through a clocking system. And in this case, it's the heart system. All right, so questions or comments, let me know. It will be going back on live on TikTok. If you want to understand more what's going on, the rebellion can help you out in all ways and forms. Okay. Anything else? Let me know. You guys have a wonderful day. Adios.